Okay. Hello. It's been a while since I've done a stream. Gonna be doing some patch 4.2, continuing Stormblood MSQ. And this patch is called Rise of a New Sun. I'm guessing my predictions just off of the title, something having to do with the Azim Steppe. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Hey there, Parker and John. Good to see you guys again. I'm glad to be back. Tidings from the East. Lise has tidings to share with you. Jaguar. Great timing. I was just about to send word to the Scions. I've got lots to tell you. The Council has been officially recognized the Resistance as our standing army, and I can expect you can guess who's been appointed commander. Suffice it to say, we're in good hand. Having the Bull of Alamigo at the helm's done wonders for the morale. People were dancing in the streets when the announcement was made, and we have you and the Sultana to thank for it. If you two hadn't worked your magic, he'd never have contemplated following his heart. Got Raubon as commander. Definitely in good hands. The council has also decreed that we're to maintain a presence at Rauger's Reach. Lise will continue to lead our forces in the fringes, a job she's been doing tirelessly. A bit too tirelessly, some might say. Constantly having to remind her to rest before she falls over. That's an exaggeration, and I always get up again. Anyway, we can hardly afford to lower our guard now, not after our latest brush with Lakshmi. Speaking of which, we've been keeping a close eye on the Kalyana, and it seems like they've chosen a new leader. It's, Shanti's daughter. You know, the half-dead one. For whatever reason, the Kalyana thought she was the best candidate, which makes them leaderless, basically. As things stand, there's no prospect of engaging in talks, let alone coming to an understanding. But I won't let that stop me. I'll keep on reaching out to them until they finally see sense. Just like I've been reaching out to Fordola. She still won't meet my gaze, but she's given up trying to ignore me. It may only be the odd grunt, but at least she's responding. I'll get through to her yet. Yeah, we will. Jaguar, there you are. Alphino, Alizé, is everything alright? We've received word from Tataru. Hancock has apparently acquired information of great interest and urgency. More than that she didn't say, only that we should come to Kugane right away. I had a mind for the two of us to set forth together, but Alizé is determined to make it a party of 3. As I've told you more than a dozen times, brother, my wounds are quite healed, and I would benefit from some fresh air. Besides, you may well need an extra pair of hands. Worry not, sister. I have quite given up trying to convince you. Whether we be 2 or 3, we should depart as soon as possible. You'll be joining us, I trust. Huh. I was about to say I'd come too. I'll just have to settle for cheering you on from afar. Good luck with whatever it turns out to be. Could be anything with Hancock. Thank you, Lise. Rest assured. Should this business prove to be of even tangential concern to Alamigo, we shall inform you without delay. Let us be off then. Hancock and Tataru await us at the Ruby Bazaar offices. To Kugane it is. Greetings, honored sir. May I show you in? Let's see what Hancock has got for us.
My friends, thank you for coming at such short notice.
We were told the matter was urgent. I take it Yugiri and Soroban are also involved?
My presence here is but a happy coincidence. I am come on separate business, which can wait.
My apologies. Master Hancock, pray, tell our friends exactly what you told me.
Of course, of course. Some few days ago, a large detachment of soldiers was seen arriving at the Garlean embassy. This seemed to me most unusual, as no personages of note are due to visit for a matter of months. So, I made a few inquiries, whereupon I learned of a most curious rumor. Apparently, the soldiers were dispatched to Kugane to investigate recent sightings of a certain individual. The late acting Imperial Viceroy of Doma, Yotsuyu.
Yeah. Saw at the end of last patch, she's back.
I beg your pardon?
I too am loath to believe it. I saw the keep come down on top of her. We all did.
I would not presume to question your eyewitness accounts, nor am I one to take rumors at face value. The fact is, the Garleans have no knowledge of what took place at Doma Castle. They may well be chasing after a woman who merely resembles Yotsuyu. But a woman who resembles Yotsuyu in the company of a grizzled Rogadan samurai? I dare say that thickens the plot.
Gosetsu! He's alive!
While I've no conclusive proof, I thought that such a possibility warranted your attention.
Have you informed Lord Hien? Well, I think we'd all like to believe the old bear survived.
Indeed. While I dare not give myself wholly to hope, I will not deny that I have prayed for such a miracle ever since that fateful day. But regardless of my personal feelings, if the Empire has seen fit to pursue these rumors so vigorously, we can scarce afford to ignore them. I am bound by duty to ascertain the truth of the matter. Will you join me in this quest?
Definitely. Aye, we'll find Gosetsu together.
Thank you. If Gosetsu yet lives, he will need our help if he is to avoid capture.
Gosetsu is a dear friend, and we cannot abandon him to the mercy of the Empire. Our course is clear.
Well said, Alphino.
Hancock, is there aught else you can tell us?
Alas not, but I have taken the liberty of employing one of the finest informants money can buy. You shall have the latest intelligence on the Garleans' movements, and more besides.
That smile, though. Kinda creepy. The informant awaits your pleasure back in the back streets of Sanjo Hanamachi. From its shining facade to its dark underbelly, few know Kugane as intimately as he. One of the finest informants money can buy. Why do I have a bad feeling about this? Permit me to assist you in your quest, my friends. The sooner your business is concluded, the sooner we may speak of mine. Should your search take you away from Kugane, my boat is at your disposal. I shall see that she is ready to sail. I'll give Suraban a hand. If he's providing us a ship, the least we can do is supply the provisions. We'll be at the pier if you need us. A welcome offer and an excellent plan. Without further ado, then, let us seek out this informant in Sanjo Hanamachi. Sure, nothing bad will happen in this creepy alleyway. You've had dealings with informants in the city, have you not? Perchance you are already acquainted with this one. Given the Empire's movements, it seems highly probable that Gosetsu and Yatsuyu were indeed in Kugane. Yet I can offer no explanation as to why they should be together. Yeah, it seems like they were on good terms, weirdly enough. This should be the place. Now we wait and see who comes. It has been a while, my friends. Yes, yes, a long while indeed. Oh, it's this guy. I knew it. Kyoto, any funny business, and you know what will happen, I trust. No funny business. Only loyal service and the finest quality of information. Of course, such quality does not come cheap. No, but then Hancock already paid you. Honestly, you must think we were born yesterday. I've half a mind to call lease. No lease, I beg you. No boots. I will tell you everything I know, free of charge. The Empire searches for Yatsuyu, high and low, far and wide. Come to enlist my help, they did, promising rich rewards for decisive information. And have you decisive information? Were two individuals sighted here, indeed, Gosetsu and Yatsuyu. Alas, see them with my own eyes I did not. But the Imperials are confident. Yes, very confident indeed. Look at the size of their contingent. But here's something they do not know. A rumor which you shall find most interesting, I think. They say an elderly Rokugan samurai appeared on Kugane Dori with a beauteous maiden and sold his katana to a pawnbroker. It was no common katana either, but one of surpassing craftsmanship. He sold his katana. Well, that is interesting, assuming it's true. Did you corroborate the rumor with the pawnbroker in question? No. Regrettably, I do not have a working relationship with the master of Shofuku Shichitin. Now, why would that be, I wonder? If I didn't know better, I'd think he'd lent you money. He will help you, I am certain. While you speak with him, I will make contact with my Garlean connections and learn what I can of their progress. A glimpse of the blade is all I need to be sure. But is it wise to let the Namazu out of our sight? No, I don't trust him. No more betrayals, no more boots. To divide our forces is simply more efficient. He's right. Given the urgency, we would do well to split up. And so I will go with our friend here. Nothing improves efficiency like a little supervision. Yes. Yes, we will go together, and there will be no boots. Let's be about it then. Good luck with the katana. Shall we reconvene at the pier later on? Fragrant as the Ruby Bazaar offices are, I prefer the fresh air. He's really afraid of that boot. I believe Alizé has her task well in hand. Shall we seek out the pawnbroker? New emote. Greeting. Seems like a rather simple emote to get this late into the game. But it's cool that we have it now. The sword in the store. Alphino is eager to find the pawnbroker. Everything in order. Then let us proceed to Kugane Dori, and I'll find the master of Shofuku Shichiten. Alright. In the markets. We might have had customers like those you describe. So many people come through, though. It's difficult to remember. Perhaps you could jog my memory by making a purchase. No? We can't blame a woman for trying. Hehe. This doesn't seem to be the pawnbroker you seek. A Rogadin samurai and a maiden. Never seen him. Now, if you don't have any business with me, make way for someone who does. Welcome, good sir, welcome. Will you be buying or... Ah, so you've heard tell of the Rogadin Samurai's katana. Small wonder. It is a fine example of its kind. One moment. Dare I hope you have found our pawnbroker? Excellent work, Jaguar. And that is the katana. There can be no doubt. It is Gosetsu's blade. The craftsmanship is exquisite, is it not? And you will be pleased to know that the pledge has just expired. I should be glad to sell it to you, assuming you have the coin. This is no ordinary weapon, you understand, and is priced accordingly. But if you are serious, I suggest you act quickly, as several noted collectors have already expressed an interest. The This blade represents conclusive proof of Gosetsu's survival. I suppose this could be considered a necessary cost in securing his safe return, yet it is not a decision I can make alone, least of all when our nation has scarce begun to rebuild. I'll pay. Nay, my friend, grateful though I am for the offer, I cannot ask this of you. It is enough to know that Gosetsu is alive and well. Yugiri, wait. The scions will buy the katana. Pray consider it a gift. Master Alphino, your kindness is touching, truly. Yet in matters of coin, would Mistress Dataru not expect to be consulted? Come now, our friend would never have relinquished his blade were the need not great. Are we not bound by honor to help a friend in need? I say we are, and I'm sure Tataru would wholeheartedly agree. It is settled then. You have made a fine choice, a wise choice, my friend. Such pieces are far and few between. Now, if you would be so good as to come this way, I shall prepare the necessary papers. If I may ask, sir, after we visited your establishment, do you perchance know where the old samurai went? He is our friend, and we would return his weapon to him. A friend of yours, you say? I see. Well then, I suppose there can be no harm in telling you. No sooner had I provided him with the requested sum than his pretty young companion began clamoring for dengo. I duly recommend those served at the Umi Niko tea house, and thither did they set off. Clamoring for dengo? Can these truly be the same people? It makes no sense. Some matter of code, perhaps, but it avails us not to speculate. Let us go to the tea house and see if we can pick up their trail. This is the proprietor of the tea house. Let us find out what she knows. The Gosetsu I knew would have little time for tea houses. No wine. But of course I remember. How could I forget a pair like that? The most beautiful girl you will ever see, scoffing down dengo as her life depended on it, while the old samurai looked on. Not quite what he expected, I'll wager. So that was the scene at the very end of last batch. Interesting. Far be it from me to gossip about my customers, but he was planning to spirit her away across the Ruby Sea, out of the reach of her family, no doubt. When the girl finally had her fill, they set off in the direction of the Shiokaze hostelry, presumably to find someone discreet with a boat. So Gosetsu makes for Doma, with this woman who travels with him. The more I hear about her, the more I wonder if she can truly be Yatsuyu. Hope on the waves. Gosetsu's trail leads to the sea, and that is where Yugiri would go. While doubts remain over the identity of Gosetsu's traveling companion, for now we can but follow the trail. Come, let us make our way to the pier, and make ready to sail. With luck, Alice will have already joined Master Soraban and Mistress Tataru there. The others all did their part. I'm truly blessed to have such dependable comrades. I watched Kyoto meet with his Imperial associate, and have to say I'm impressed. He has a sycophancy down to an art. While we were arranging the provisions, Sorbonne told me all about his many business ventures. Honestly, his nose for profit puts mine to shame. Apparently, Kyoto did his duty and then promptly excused himself. Couldn't bear another moment under Alice's withering gaze, I expect. Excellent timing, my friends. Mistress Alice arrived mere moments ago. All went well at my end. Kyoto met with an Imperial officer and wheedled his way to some new information. Seems the troops who recently arrived in Kugane came directly from Garlemald. The Imperials based here have been kept in the dark. And that's not all. Contingent of the aforementioned troops are preparing for deployment to the Ruby Sea. If I didn't know any better, I'd say they picked up Gosetsu's trail. Then your information matches ours. We are quite certain that Gosetsu seeks to cross to the mainland. I'm sorry, did I hear that right? He used Scion funds to buy Gosetsu's katana? At the asking price? Aye, well, we were in some haste, and it seemed a worthwhile gesture. Speaking of which, here's the contract of sale. Pray see that the man is paid. Thal's beard. You agreed to this? Give me strength. Well, it's not like the search can wait. You'd best be on your way. But Alphano, we need to talk. I want you to come straight to the office as soon as you get back. Promise me. Uh-oh. Oh? Very well. I shall call upon you as soon as I return. First, let us go to the Ruby Price. If Gosetsu has already set sail, the sentries there are sure to have seen him. Alphano's in trouble. What is the going rate for a priceless weapon, I wonder? Now I know who not to ask. Judging by her reaction, Mistress Tataru was none too pleased. I apologize if the katana has caused strife. Tataru seemed rather vexed, did she not? El the melodramatist, I am sure our finances can stretch to a single sword. Remind me to explain the value of such gestures when we next see her. Ah, but I digress. We have work to do.
Right. I suggest we begin by learning what we can from the sentries.
Oh. Someone's fighting stuff.
What's going on out there?
Travelers, are you? You may wish to postpone your plans. The Garleans have launched an attack on the Confederacy.
Oh.
We have no reason to believe they'll turn their attention here, but for your own safety, I suggest you return to Kugane.
No, man, I'm gonna join the fight.
Garleans bear no love for the Confederacy. But with Doma lost to them, why would they attack? Unless...
Unless Yotsuyu is on that island.
Even if she isn't, our allies are under attack and they need our help.
Yes.
We will help them, while you remain with Soroban. Arguing will only delay us. Is that clear?
Fine, but you haven't heard the last of this.
Soroban, we may need to make a swift exit. See that the boat is ready to sail at a moment's notice.
It shall be done.
What, and you're going to swim there, are you?
'Tis the quickest way, and you may rest assured I've been practicing.
Come.
What was that scream? Time to rest, Master Afino. Our allies are sorely pressed. But look who it is. I won't say no to the help, but I'm not best pleased that we need it. Down in Earthly Star, get all of these guys. Yeah, there we go. Now they're on me and I can nuke them down with gravity. Here for the old man, yes? He's at the top. You'd best hurry. There they are.
Lady Yotsuyu, we're here to rescue you. Please, come with us.
Stay back, Tsuyu.
Are you all right?
Is he all right?
Gosetsu!
Damn it, we took too long. Change of plan, eliminate hostiles! All forces, attack!
Dang, they're really just gonna charge the Warrior of Light like that? self-detonate. Let's burn it down. Oh, are we gonna make it? Nope. Didn't kill us. Thought for sure that was gonna one-shot. These things have a lot of health. Focus down this guy, actually. He's almost dead. Alright, now we can focus on these rear guards. They're both casting self-detonate. Got one down. The second one at least shouldn't kill us. But I'm gonna get away. See if maybe it does less damage standing over here. Oh, nope, we got it down. Nice. Now we've got a Hexadrone to deal with. Have care, we know not what we face. Alright, got him.
The art of my forebears.
What's Yukiri doing? Shadow spawn. Dang, these things just keep coming. Draw them to me. All right. Hey, you get over here. No, don't use a ranged attack. Get over here. Get in the limit break circle.
Focus. Release.
Now he decides to come over. Now that the attack is over. Okay. Nope. But we lived.
Gosetsu, thank the heavens!
Yugiri, my friends, the Kami were kind to guide your steps this way.
It's over. The Imperials are retreating. I suppose we have you to thank for that. But they would never have come here were it not for her. I had a bad feeling the moment your samurai friend arrived with that woman in tow.
Do not be afraid, Suyu. These people are my friends.
Friends.
Forgive me, but at the risk of souring the mood, I believe you owe us an explanation. You may start by telling us what happened at Doma Castle.
Of course. I'll not begrudge you that. As you know, we were trapped inside the keep when it collapsed. But even as the roof crumbled above us, so too did the floor below. We were swept out into the One River, where we would surely have drowned had a stout wooden door not chanced to float by, offering us a raft of sorts. Exhausted, we drifted out to sea, at the mercy of the tides, which saw fit to dispense us on a desert island.
She was with you the entire time.
Aye. 'Twas her kimono which saved her from Hien's blade, believe it or not. Some Garlean witchcraft in the weave. But it offered precious little protection against the fall. Though she survived, she awoke bereft of all her memories, and speaking like a child.
Oh, so she lost her memory.
A trick, surely.
That was my first thought, and I contemplated cutting her down and being done with it. Contemplated it long and hard. Yet the Kami saw fit to deliver us from certain death. 'Twas their will that we survive, both of us, together. And together we shall go before our master. He shall be the one to judge.
Judge
Hien.
what?
She's your prisoner, old man. Do with her as you will. Call her Tsuyu, or whatever else tickles your fancy.
'Twas a name given out of necessity whilst on the road. Nothing more.
As you say. But remember this. Our people suffered much at that woman's hands. When the time comes, I trust you won't let emotion blind you to what needs to be done.
You have my word.
Well, I must be going. I have an unholy mess to clean up. You should be on your way too, before the Imperials decide to take another tilt. Oh, and we'll overlook the tithe this once. You're welcome.
He's definitely not in a good mood. Can't blame him after getting attacked by the Garleans. Few suffered more at Yatsuyu's hands than Gosetsu. If this is his wish, then so be it. Yeah, so I guess Hien is gonna decide whether she lives or dies. Are you coming with us? With you and yours at our side, we have naught to fear. Thank you, my friend. As Tansoi says, we should move on. It would not do for Yatsuyu to be seen here. Now, if I know my sister, she will already be waiting with the boat at the nearby pier. Let's go and see if I'm right. Everyone's staring at me. I understand I have the scions to thank for my katana's safe return. A samurai's blade is his soul, and no words will suffice to express my gratitude for reuniting me with mine. And here she is, just as I anticipated. I am only surprised she agreed to hold off until the Empire withdrew. Gosetsu lives. All other considerations pale next to that, and yet... Are we certain she is the real Yatsuyu? Gosetsu, thank the gods you're safe. It was all I could do to watch the battle from afar. And it was all I could do to restrain her. Can you blame me for worrying? Strong as Jaguar is, anything could happen in the chaos. But enough about me. We need to talk about her. Greetings? They tell me you've lost your memory, and that's fine. But I want you to know something. I won't be taking my eyes off you. Not for a moment. These people are strange. Are you sure they're your friends? I am. They may behave strangely, but I trust them with my life. You have not to fear. All right, if you say so. Right. Just past time we set sail. I, for one, would not keep Lord Hien waiting without due cause. Aye, and the longer we tarry, the more we risk inviting trouble. Lest you forget, the Red Kojin bear no love for Yatsuyu either. I shall deliver you to familiar shores, near Asari, but out of the villager's sight. Yeah, definitely don't bring her to Asari. She attacked that place back when she was a Garlean commander. I think the people in that village would definitely not like seeing her around. We'd do well to give Asari a wide berth for everyone's sake. Are we going to that village? They might have Dango. Another time, Tsuyu. Our path takes us in a different direction. Though I only know Yatsuyu by reputation, this woman could scarce seem more different. Let us make haste to the city. Lord Hien must know this. Yatsuyu's hat looks like a bread roll. Like with the X in the middle. Like how bread rolls are often shown in cartoons and stuff. Here's where we part ways, my friends. I pray the remainder of your journey passes uneventfully. Jaguar, when we are not otherwise occupied, I would speak with you about my next business venture. It promises to be extremely lucrative, and I do not say so lightly. After the prodigious sum spent acquiring a certain sword, it would present a fine opportunity to refill the Scions' coffers and restore the smile to Mistress Tataru's face. Oh, come along. Tataru was overreacting. How much could a single katana possibly cost? Far more than you think, plainly. A blade like Gosetsu's is worth a fortune. Enough to buy a house and furnish it. Which you would know had you bothered to check the price. Bought it without checking the price? Dang, Alphino. What? I had no idea. This business venture is Sorbonne's. You'll give it a fair hearing, I trust. He has been good to us, after all. As for me, I think I shall look into drawing upon my personal funds. Elation and trepidation. I confess, I've never had much cause to consider the state of my personal finances till now. Confound it. He's absolutely mortified, isn't he? Well, maybe he'll think twice before making his next grand gesture. If he ever missed an opportunity to show me how much more mature and responsible he is, I'd sympathize. I mean, I do, to a point. That doesn't mean I'm about to let him forget this. Yeah, Alphino's just now realizing how much trouble he's in with Tataru. Are we going? Oh, I already read that. Same dialogue there. Gary is eager to see Gosetsu safely back to their master. I must meet with Lord Tien as soon as possible, though mayhap not at the Enclave. I will send word requesting that he receive us at the House of the Fears, where there are fewer prying eyes. If all are in agreement, I shall scout ahead and see that the way is clear. Pray follow as swiftly as you are able, and join me on the outskirts of Namai. All is well? Good. The others are hiding nearby. Let us proceed. Quietly, if you please.
My lord here, I am returned.
Save your tears for the morrow. For we who yet walk the path should not think too much on the destination. When the hour arrives, we shall welcome what comes with open arms. And welcome it you did, even as the keep fell down around us. At that moment, in your smile, I spied a shred of hope. One which I have clung to ever since. Gosetsu, full glad am I to see you alive and well.
We have played this scene before, have we not? Though this time our roles are reversed.
That they
Yeah,
are.
that's true.
Meaning you know how I feel. Wholly at a loss for words. Welcome back, old friend.
Yeah, welcome back, Gosetsu.
Now then, though we rejoice at your return, it seems you have brought with you certain complications. Rise, my friend. Tell me everything.
Yen's theme is so
Empire
great.
is bold indeed to send a token force to engage the Confederacy.
As acting viceroy, Yotsuyu would have been privy to Imperial secrets. The Garleans will not soon give up the chase.
Nay, It'll end with her capture or her death.
Are you a friend too?
She claims to have lost her memory, though I know not if she speaks true. I brought her here that you might decide her fate.
Lost her memory, you say? Regardless, the people have not forgotten. Her face yet haunts their dreams. She cannot roam free. We will hold her here for a time. Place her in Jufia's care, with the express instruction that she is not to be seen.
Yes, my lord. Come.
No, I don't want to. Don't let her take me away!
It's all right, Suyu. I will come with you. Be a good girl, and listen to Yukiri.
This is a bit of an interesting situation.
From a hound at his throat to a puppy at his heel. If this is an act, it is a remarkable performance.
Thank you for delivering Kosetsu back to us in one piece. We are lucky indeed to have friends who would journey to the other side of the world to help us, and repeatedly at that. We have much and more to think upon, but as regards to the Empire, we can but watch and wait. Now then, seeing as you've come all this way, must allow me to show you around the Enclave. I would not have you thinking we've been idle in our absence. The rebuilding effort proceeds apace, I'm pleased to say, and we are now ready to welcome home our countrymen who were displaced by the war. Should they so desire it, there is a place here for those who fled to Eorzea. We should be delighted to accept your invitation, Lord Yen, and I have no doubt that your subjects at Revenant Stoll will be heartened to hear that their lord has not forgotten them. Oh, it's nothing. I just thought that Kosetsu and Yukiri would be back by now. There they are now. Forgive me, my lord, but Captain Jifuya is nowhere to be found. Oh? He was here when I arrived. For now, we have taken Yatsuyu to a private chamber and assigned another to watch over her, my lord. But I find it passing strange that the captain should leave his post with nary a word. That does seem most unusual. If you mean to look for the man, we would be happy to assist you. This is suspicious. We should be glad of the help. While I search without, mayhap you could ask our soldiers here if they know anything. I will join you. With respect, my lord, you should remain here. Should the Empire move against us, you will be better able to coordinate our response. Ha, there I was thinking I was in charge, but you have the right of it. Go on then, I will mind the house. Seek the captain. He passed by a little while ago. I, wondered if I should tell someone. As it happens, he did not look well, you see. I asked if aught was the matter, and he told me that the past had caught up with him. but I doubt it was that. There are older men in our ranks. Captain Jifuya. He was headed for the northern entrance when I saw him last. I was going to invite him to train with us, but he did not hear me call out to him. If you need him, I dare say the sentry on duty will be able to tell you more. Indeed, I suggested as much to Mistress Alice when she came asking earlier. Is something amiss? I see the trail led you here as well. This man says he saw Jifuya leave. Aye, the captain went outside some few bells ago, looking quite unwell, I am sorry to say. This I mentioned to Lord Gosetsu, who straightway struck out after him. I hope they will be alright. Gosetsu too? Seems everyone is bent on joining the search. That's all well and good, but someone has to stay behind. There's no telling what the Empire is plotting. You go on, Jaguar. Alphonal and I shall hold the fort. Here's the man.
Ah! By the Kami! Your Lord Ian! Leave me! Leave me, I beg of you. Say nothing of this. I was never here.
There you are.
Lady Yugiri, Lord Gosetsu, forgive me my abrupt disappearance.
You have your reasons, I am sure. Will you not share them?
I was her master when she was yet a courtesan.
By the Kami.
She worked in my establishment. Her father was a regular client of mine. One day, quite without preamble, he offered to sell her to me. She may be no maiden, he said, but she has some use left in her. He sold her short. When I first beheld her, I was struck by her beauty. And yet, behind her eyes there was an emptiness. It was as if she had given up on life. She seemed more a doll than a woman. It was no profession for her. But I knew she would be popular, and so it proved. Men flocked to drown themselves in that cold, bottomless gaze. The rest you know. She became an Imperial informant, and for her loyal service won the office of acting Viceroy.
Well, you came to serve the Liberation Front.
'Tis said that the atrocities Yotsuyu committed were driven by vengeance. If so, I bear part of the blame for creating the monster she became. Joining the front was meant to be my atonement. But the truth is, I am a coward, whose only thought was to escape her wrath. Then as now.
I see. Then I shall recommend that you be assigned to a new post. I trust you have no objections, Yugiri?
None. It would not do to leave Yotsuyu in his care.
I am in your debt.
is it that you seek to protect, Kosetsu? Idle musings. Pray, pay me no mind.
Who is it that he seeks to protect? Wait, could he be thinking more protecting Yatsuyu from Jifuya? Forgive me. Now is not the time for brooding. Let us rejoin the others. That her mere presence should sow such strife. Jifuya can't be the only one here with mortal fear of Yatsuyu. She tormented these people. Everyone is here. Good. There have been developments that demand our immediate attention. Lord Hien and Master Alphino look troubled. Something is afoot. Developments. I thank you for your help in the search. Gosetsu has told me all that transpired. I would not presume to defend the life Jifuya led before he joined the front, nor will I condemn it. Frankly, it is not my place to judge. I will say only this, that Jifuya I know has ever been a man of courage. That he should feel driven to flee bespeaks the depth of his terror. Even now, Yatsuyu casts a shadow over the realm. The question is what to be done with her must wait. The Empire is on the move once more. Storm on the horizon. The Empire is on the move, and Hien would not be caught on the back foot. While you were out searching for Jifuya, we received word from our shinobi allies. An Imperial airship has been sighted over Doman soil. Our visitors' objective remains unclear. It may be another attempt to recover Yatsuyu, or a prelude to invasion. Either way, the craft reportedly advances at speed and appears bound for Castrum Fluminis. I mean to go there and ascertain their intent. If we ride out in force, it will only end one way, so we shall keep our numbers to a minimum. Yugiri, Jaguar, can I count on you? Yes, my lord. Alize and I would fain play our part as well. We will not stand idly while a common foe threatens the lands of our friends and allies. We would be glad of the help. You are acquainted with Hakiro, I believe. Then I bid you seek him out and assist in maintaining order in the Enclave. When the people see an Imperial airship, they are liable to panic. I would have you reassure them, and, should it come to it, aid in their evacuation. Very well. We shall depart at once. Do take care. What of me, my lord? The Empire may well be after Yatsuyu. You are to remain here and guard her until my return. As you wish. Please stay close to Jaguar and Yugiri. Well, well. Guard duty, and not a breath of protest. Now I have seen it all. To Castrum Fluminis, then. Let us find out what the Empire's game is. bet Gosetsu is beginning to care about Yatsuyu. That's why he didn't protest when he was sent to guard her. Got kind of a morally interesting situation here, because Yatsuyu is a criminal that should be punished from her crimes, but at the same time, if she did lose her memory, then she's kind of innocent in the state that she is now. Doma is ill-equipped to deal with an aerial offensive. Should the Empire be so minded, the Zayla's flying mounts would be our only hope. The area is secure. Whatever our visitors' purpose, they plainly believe they can achieve it alone. The craft should come into view at any moment. Let us await them inside the castrum.
A smoke signal? Thoughts, Yugiri?
In former times, such signals were used to announce the coming of an emissary of peace. In Doma, at least. But could that truly be their intent?
Peace.
Who can say? Whatever they want, we cannot simply blast them out of the sky. Not when they were so gracious as to honor one of our cherished traditions. I would not have it said that we Domans want for propriety.
Then I shall go and reconnoiter.
Nay, that won't be necessary. We will meet them openly. I would welcome this student of Dorman history in person, whomsoever he or she may be.
As you wish, my lord. I shall arrange for a signal of our own to be fired in answer.
I haven't seen any of these people before.
That we should be received by the Lord of Doma himself.
I but afford an emissary of peace the courtesy he is due. Welcome to Doma, my lord.
Ah, where are my manners? I am Asahi Sus Brutus, Ambassador Plenipotentiary of Garlemald.
He is heir to the Naiuri clan, and Yotsuyu's stepbrother.
Yatsuyu's stepbrother.
It seems I need not introduce myself, not in the presence of the famed Yugiri Mistwalker. Your skills as a shinobi are known far and wide. It is true. The former acting viceroy is my sister. Yet, bonds of kinship aside, we have precious little in common. as will soon become plain, I come not to sow strife, but to end it. I am of the Populares, a collective which represents the interests of the common man. Long have we labored to bring about reform to the Empire's provincial policy. Happily for us, our master acknowledges the need for change. Indeed, His Radiance, Emperor Varys Zos Galvus, personally sanctioned this mission, granting me the authority to speak with his voice.
What?
To negotiate peace with Dorma.
Varys wants to negotiate peace. Something about this seems sketchy. Hello there, Aizen. Good to meet you. Welcome to the stream.
Well then, we have much to discuss. Will you accompany me to my hall?
Gladly, my lord.
This is an interesting turn of events. He said he wanted to put end to strife. So maybe he wants to... Does he want to kill his sister? I say, do I stand in the presence of the fabled Icon Slayer? What an honor. Maxima. Lord Hien is magnanimous in victory. Given our nation's troubled history, we did not expect such hospitality. Peace. After all they have done, never has the word rung more hollow. We shall escort our guests across the river to the Enclave. Yugiri, pray go on ahead to the Yuzuka Manor docks and see that the ferries are ready. Such scenes of devastation greet us on our journey here, bitter wages of war. I've read much about the architecture and geology of Doma. Words do not do it justice. Upon disembarking, we will proceed directly to my hall, where we may enjoy some privacy. Lord Hien and I will accompany the Imperial delegation on the first ferry. When you are ready, speak with the boatman and join us on the other side. All are free to travel in and out of the Enclave. Do you seek passage? Oh yeah, I forgot about this place. kind of open this up after finishing Doma Castle. Guess there's aetherites and everything to attune to now. Let's go attune to this aetherite. There you are, Jaguar. So first things first. What do you think of the Enclave? I must say, I'm quite proud of what my countrymen have accomplished in the time. We even have an aetherite now, courtesy of Onishisu. Be sure to attune to it, would you? Once it has the Warrior of Light seal of approval, people might actually start using the thing. But on to the matter at hand. The ambassador and his retinue are at my hall, taking their ease ahead of the negotiations. I want you there when the talking starts. It will serve to send a message that to the Empire that Eorzea and Doma stand united. I'm not normally one for hollow posturing, but in this game of nations, such gestures carry weight. Oh, and should you feel uneasy about speaking for the Scions, Alphino and Elze will also be there. You need only eat, drink, and look imposing. Say you'll come. Yeah, I'll definitely be there. I knew I could count on you. When you are ready, come and join me at my humble abode, the Kian Khan. The guardsmen will see you in. Let's go and get this last aetherite shard over here. You've attuned yourself to all the Aethernet shards in the Doman Enclave. The One River is now accessible. Nice. This little area is nice. Thanks to Master Alphino and Mistress Alice's assurances, the people are reacting calmly to Imperial presence. So it's to be a peace negotiation. I'm curious to see what the ambassador brings to the discussion table. The residents took the news of Imperial delegation well enough. It should be business as usual. Forgot about these wolf people. Haven't really been involved in the story too much. Lord Tiana's expecting you. May I show you in?
On behalf of my delegation, I offer you my humblest thanks. Never did I imagine that I would meet the gallant and noble Lord of Dorma himself, nor be welcomed into his magnificent hall.
You'll forgive me if we forgo the pleasantries. You say you are come to negotiate peace. Unless I am mistaken, such negotiations are typically conducted between sovereign nations. I was not aware that the Emperor had recognized Dorma's sovereignty.
His Radiance has yet to do so, that much is true. Know, however, that he has expressed willingness to cede Dorma to her ancestral masters and treat with her as a friend. Since the days of Emperor Solus, the Empire has aggressively expanded its territory.
Get the feeling this guy is just speaking without the Emperor's permission. Seems kind of sketchy how he's like, I speak with the Emperor's voice. Yet, why didn't the Emperor himself come if this is such an important, like, peace meeting, such an important thing?
While you may not agree with our founding father's policy of expansion, I believe there is room for discussion on the matter of his lifelong goal, to rid the world of icons. Icons are a blight upon this star. They cannot be suffered to exist. This you know as well as we. In his wisdom, Emperor Varus wishes to explore the possibility of an alliance to combat this common threat. On the condition that Dorma renounces summoning and pledges to police the Korgin's practice of it, his Radiance would extend the hand of friendship.
Dorma has never shown any appetite for summoning, and it should go without saying that we will address any threat to our people, icon or otherwise. With regard to the Korjin, I must stress that they only resorted to summoning under extreme provocation. When the Ruby Sea was at peace and their sacred relics safe, they looked not to their kami for protection. Yet even now there are certain parties who would destabilize the region with ill-conceived military forays. Unless they alter their course, we cannot hope to be rid of icons.
Quite. I can but apologize. In seeking to eliminate icons, the Empire creates them. 'Tis an irony among ironies, one with which the people of Eorzea are well acquainted, I am told.
Indeed. Many summonings are the result of persecution, the weak being driven to call upon the divine for deliverance from the strong. So it was in Alamigo, the bitter fruit of Garlean oppression.
A tragic state of affairs. If we are to put an end to summoning once and for all, it shall not be through might, but harmony. Yet we continue to repeat our mistakes, oblivious to the lessons of history. My comrades and I would change all that. We, Populares, have campaigned long and hard for a shift in imperial policy. And at last, the Emperor has seen fit to lend us an ear. Alas, there is a faction within Garlemald that would obstruct our every attempt at reform. A collection of pure-blooded Garleans who seek to consolidate their own supremacy. The Optimatis.
It's the Popularis and the Optimatis.
Lest you wonder, theirs was the hand that loosed our forces on the Confederacy. 'Twas a regrettable incident, one that flies in the face of everything we believe. And I swear to do all in my power to prevent a reoccurrence.
That would be most welcome. But if I may speak plain, if the Empire itself is not of one mind, how can we be certain that any peace we negotiate will be honored?
I cannot blame you for doubting us. Indeed, I should find it strange if you did not. And so, in the name of building trust, I would like to make a proposal. A prisoner exchange. Under Garlean rule, no few Dormans were conscripted into the Imperial Army. We would repatriate them in return for those of ours you captured in the recent conflict. Naturally, any exchange would include the acting viceroy.
Yotsuyo? What makes you think we have her?
Forgive me, my lord. Was it not your wish to speak plain? Let us not play games. I desire only to work to our mutual benefit. The Optimates tried and failed to take my sister by force. I would succeed by peaceable means, thereby strengthening my party's hand. 'Twould be a lie to say I would not also be glad of my sister's safe return.
Oh, interesting.
A fellow plain speaker. How refreshing. Very well. Your proposal has merit, but I will need time to consider it.
Of course, my lord. May we remain in Dorma until you have come to a decision?
You shall be our honored guests. Yugiri, I leave the ambassador and his retinue in your care. See that they are well looked after.
You have our gratitude, Lord Hien. We shall look forward to your answer.
So we got Garlean lore now. It's two different factions within Garlemald, and they're both competing against each other. Well, that was unexpected. You'd say that again. I still don't know quite what to make of it all, same Alizé. But on the surface, a prisoner exchange does seem a good way to begin. The question is, can they be trusted? They'd had naught to gain by divulging the details of their internal divisions. As it stands, we have no reason to doubt them. But the ambassador's mention of Yotsuyu left me ill at ease. It made his grand talk of peace seem uncannily like her lengthy preamble. You think this might all be a ruse to facilitate her retrieval? Perhaps, though I cannot fathom why they would go to such lengths. Yotsuyu might have been the acting viceroy, but she is not Garlean, nor even highborn. Her value must presumably lie in what she knows. Which brings us to the little matter of our memory loss. In her present condition, she would not yield any worthwhile intelligence, nor is she worth much as a bargaining piece. Hey, pawn shop. Good to see you. Alphino, you are well acquainted with the Empire's methods. I would have your thoughts on this matter. My knowledge is at your disposal, Lord Hien. While the ambassador's proposal is appealing in principle, it would be remiss of us not to give it due scrutiny. Indeed, though it seems to me I have little choice but to accept regardless, with so many of our brothers and sisters languishing in imperial camps, I cannot well turn my back on a chance to secure their repatriation. Only the Kami know when I will be afforded another. But ere we continue, shall we excuse these two? I fear what follows will bore them to tears. I was just about to show myself out, as it happens. Come on, Jaguar. Let's leave Alphino to dispense his copious knowledge. Someone is still sore from being made to watch as Sakazuki. Go on and keep Alizé company. We are safe enough for now. You've more than earned a rest, my friend. Leave the interminable bits to us. Worry not, Jaguar. We shall take care of the rest. Go on and keep Alizé company. Whatever Lord Hien's decision should be, I shall abide by it. Yet, I would be glad to welcome my lost brothers back to Doma. A chance to relax at last. I know when I'm out of my depth, Jaguar. The no weapons are drawn, a negotiation is no less a battle, and the stakes is every bit as high. I like that comparison. But one misplaced word and people could die. It takes someone with a cool head, and I'll be the first to admit that's not me. So we're left with the eternal question. What to do while they prattle on? His forgotten home. Alizé is pondering how best to make use of your reprieve from the tedium of negotiations. Alright, for want of a better suggestion, what say you to a brief tour of the newly liberated Doma? I'd be interested to hear how the people are faring in their own words, and it's not as if we'll be missed here. Or will we? Jaguar, a moment if you would. Ah, Yugiri, and Asahi, was it? You have some business with Jaguar? Business? No, pleasure, my lady. I merely wished to exchange a few words with the famed slayer of gods and champion of Eorzea. It is truly an honor. Such heartfelt admiration. One could almost forget that you're an envoy of the Empire. Oh, is that so strange? We may have stood on opposing sides of the past, but I see no contradiction in lauding the man who would do battle with our common enemy. Unless you forget, this is my homeland. It would be remiss of me not to at least thank him for containing the threat posed by Kojin's vile icon. Now, if I may continue, as we speak, Lord Hien deliberates over my proposal. I would take this time to see the land I once called home. The Lady Yugiri is certain to be a jovial escort. The excursion would be all the more enjoyable for your company, and safer besides. The ambassador has the right of it. He is not like to come to harm with you at his side. Will you join us? Sure. In that case, I will join you as well. There's naught else to do until Lord Hien has reached his decision. I can think of no finer way to learn more about the current state of Doma. It is settled then. The four of us shall make a brief excursion through Yangsha. Might we start at the town of Monzen? I would see what has become of Doma Castle. Very well. If you will follow me. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Let's go take this tour with Asahi, who I still don't trust. Strange that the Garleans suddenly want peace with a nation that they've spent years at war with and then lost. And the fact that Empress Ferris isn't coming himself. I don't trust it. Sasa peace treaty. Yeah, exactly. I'll admit, I was hoping for more leisurely trip around Yangsha, but if it's a choice between this or listening to my brother rambling on, well, here I am. Would that something could be done about those mechanical soldiers? Nay, can this truly be Monzin, home to the cream of Doma's samurai? I'd heard that Yatsuyu intended to send some few of our automata here, but only by way of warning. It should not have come to this. Indeed, her savagery served only to incense the people and spur them to rise up in protest. It was folly to think such methods of governance could ever prove effective. The sooner we can begin to make amends for this senseless destruction, the better. Securing supplies and support for the reconstruction effort should not prove difficult, once our nations are formally at peace, of course. Yes, of course. If you'd have a better view of what remains of the castle, we must proceed through the ruins. I don't believe for one moment that he came to see the sights of Yangsha. Question, what did he come for? Yeah. Lord Hien would often come here to gaze at the castle. He was but one of many to take inspiration from its majesty. It is a travesty, a travesty. I remember the keep being so beautiful. In the light of the setting sun, one would swear it was aflame. It is indeed a doleful spectacle. Mayhap we will rebuild it one day, when we have finished helping our people to rebuild their lives. Spoken like a true popularis, the needs of the people must of course come first. Hey Harrison. Good luck with Stormblood, buddy. Just got to the post-patch expansion after the post-patch content after the expansion. It's been pretty great. Yeah, hope you enjoy it, man. Speaking of whom, would you be opposed to seeing how they live firsthand? The village of Damai is but a short journey from here, if I'm not mistaken. By the river, yes. If you will follow me, I will ready our boat. This excursion has proved to be more relaxing than I expected. It has been some time since I last visited Namai, yet Issei often visits the Enclave with the young Azami, so we do not want for news from the village. Ready to cast off? Got a single player scenario here.
Get back! I'm warning you!
Someone's in trouble.
Oh, the Red Kojin.
Are you all right?
What are they up to in Yangsha?
Hi.
What do they want with you?
Yuki, and you lot too. I don't know. We were returning from the Enclave when they came at us.
It seems they won't go quietly.
And neither will we.
I think I remember those two. Brother and sister. We helped at Namai. Kill them all. I will not let you harm these innocents.
It is nothing.
All this for 2 children? What do they even want with them? They mean to overwhelm us. See to their reinforcements, quickly. Everything going on here is kind of sketchy. Alright, got a stack on them. That drops in Ice Puddle. Guessing I don't want to drop those on my teammates.
The art of my forebears.
If they would call for reinforcements, then so shall we. It's like they're intentionally targeting the person with the lowest health. Like, you saw how they went for Alice as soon as I healed up Issei. Alright, let's drop this Ice Puddle over here.
seems to be the last of them. You have nothing to fear, child. You are safe now.
Thank you, sir.
Weren't the Red Kojin allied with the
You saved us
Guardians
again.
before?
Thank you. If you're ever passing by our village, look us up. You'll always be welcome.
Something sus is going on here.
Thank goodness we arrived when we did.
Indeed. But what could have prompted the Red Kojin to stray so far from the Ruby Sea?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
I presume these are the sellswords hired by Yotsu. If so, the answer is simple. Desperation. Bereft of Imperial employment, they seek other means to line their coin purses. Another sad legacy of the Empire's mismanagement.
The Empire to which you have sworn allegiance.
Must you always be so pointed? If we are to bring about lasting change, we must look beyond narrow allegiances. You have every right to doubt me, but in time, I hope you will come to see that we share a common goal. You and yours have fought fiercely to change the Empire from without, but if we are to end the cycle of conflict, the Empire must change from within. Am I wrong?
We're gonna challenge him. Say the Empire will never change.
Never? I wonder, would you have said the same of Ishgard? Believe what you will, but I assure you, the Empire can change.
The Red Kojin's presence here does not bode well. Must inform Lord Hien. Quite the swordsman, isn't he? I wonder, did the Empire train him to kill before or after appointing him ambassador? Dear me, I had hoped to convey my views on our nation's shared hopes under more peaceable circumstances. Yet this regrettable little interlude did afford me the chance to see the famed hero of Eorzea in action, and few Imperial soldiers can say that. At least, few who lived to tell the tale. A guilty conscience. Asahi has had his fill of adventure for one day. Well, after that little ordeal, I believe it may be time for us to return to the Enclave. Return, my lord, but what of Namai? You seemed so eager to observe the villagers going about their daily lives. To be frank, I still am, but I rather doubt the good people of Namai would take kindly to the sight of a man in imperial uniform, with blood still dripping from his blade. Even in your company, my presence would only prove a distraction. Fret not, however. Thanks to the three of you, I've seen a great deal more than I otherwise would. With any luck, Lord Hien will have finished considering my proposal by the time we return. I get the feeling that the Red Kojin might have been paid to attack Domans out here in Yangsha. Because then, when Asahi fought them off, it would make them look like he's on their side. That's kind of the theory that I've got, is they paid the Red Kojin to make themselves look even more like allies of Doma. All are free to travel in and out of the Enclave. Do you seek passage? Glad we're on the same page, pawn shop. As the Red Kojin, they were paid by Yatsuyu, who's now, she's lost her memory. She's not paying them anymore. The Red Kojin would probably be desperate for money. Did you see the sincerity in his eyes when he spoke to the Azumi? And spoke with Azumi. I feel strange saying this, but what if he truly has come to sue for peace? Thank you again for agreeing to join me. If not for your aid, the Kojin may well have overwhelmed us. Pray go on ahead. Lord Tien is expecting you. I will remain without and keep watch over our guest. Well, we had best not keep him waiting. You're expected, sir. Shall I show you in? Judging by the sparkle in Alphino's eyes, the discussion was riveting. How sorry I am to have missed it. Master Alphino has shared with us knowledge of the icons, and reminded us of the threat they pose in so doing. It is strangely comforting to know the Empire shares our concern. Feeling refreshed, I trust. We have considered the ramifications of this proposal from every angle, and I believe Lord Tien has reached a decision. Welcome back, my friend. Kiri tells me you accompanied her and Asahi on the tour of Yanxia. I hoped you might take the opportunity to recover from your exertions at Sakazuki. But I gather your time was well spent. Until the ambassador affords you Kiri a chance to make a full report, however, I must rely on you to supply the details. So please, tell us how it all unfolded. The Red Kojin? Here. Have there been any other such incidents since the liberation? Only one that I'm aware of. If they are planning some new venture here in Yanxia, we will need to increase patrols. In any event, I am indebted to you for fighting them off. But tell me, and don't be modest, was Asahi truly the first to leap to the youngster's aid? He was. I was quick to doubt him when we first met, but his desire to save them seemed quite genuine. It's possible he truly believes what he's saying. In the time I've known you, you've always been an excellent judge of character. What do you make of the ambassador? Still don't think he can be trusted. It feels planned. Like a little too convenient. Then the question of what his true intention may be remains. Regardless of his aim, I'm resigned to playing his game. For now, at least. Well, forswearing summoning should be simple enough, considering you've never dabbled in the first place, which just leaves the somewhat thornier question of how to police the Red Kojin. It was with that very question in mind that I sought Alphino's counsel. Thanks to his knowledge of the icons and the rituals used to invoke them, I believe we've identified a workable solution. As you will recall, Susanoo was summoned forth using the power of relics locked away in the Kojin's treasure vault on the Isle of Zeki. The said relics remain there to this day. It is all but certain the act of summoning exhausted their stores of aether, making subsequent summonings impossible. Assuming that is the case, preventing the Primal's return rests on denying the Red Kojin the means to amass new stores of aether, either via the acquisition of crystals or the relics they are wont to collect. For this, I plan to enlist the aid of our friends the Blue Kojin. Since Doma's liberation, we have forged closer bonds with Bunjin and his people, and with their support, I'm quite confident we can keep the Red from obtaining what they require to call upon this Susano. And what of the prisoners? They will be exchanged as agreed, and I will give full credit to Asahi for the success of the transaction. If there's aught we can do to help the populares garner favor, I mean to see it done. But first, I have some unfinished business to attend to. Would you all come with me? Yes, of course, but what manner of business? A past mistake which I would see put right, one which was weighted heavy on my mind.
I had her brought here in secret while the three of you kept our guest company. The world has not been kind to you, it is true. But that does not excuse your sins. You should be at the bottom of the river. Yet here you are. The living, breathing proof of my failure. A failure for which I would now make amends.
What did I do? I don't remember. Was it really so terrible? Tell me, please. What did I do?
You speak of sins, my lord. But at whose feet do those sins lie? With the soldiers who committed the crimes, or those who commanded them to do so? With both.
That's a good question.
For all have a conscience, and all must choose. But with no memory of who she is, or what she has done, what sin remains to be cleansed?
Yeah.
You ask that I show mercy.
I ask why the heavens saw fit to deny me my rest. Why Yotsuyu was spared not only death, but the bitter memories of her life.
You truly think it the will of the Kami? If so, her life is not mine to take. It is yours to safeguard. Come the hour of the exchange, if her memories have not returned, she may remain here in Doma to live out her days as Tsuyu. But if they do, the Guardians shall have their viceroy. Though the people will protest, they will come to accept my decision when they have been reunited with their loved ones.
Thank you, my lord.
Now then, I believe we have kept our guest waiting long enough. Did Gorsetsu not seem strange to you?
Strange.
His sympathy for Yotsuyu, pardon me. I know know his powers of endurance only too well. But after all he has suffered, even he should not be on his feet. He puts on a brave face for our sakes, but it would not surprise me if he lacked the strength to raise his blade.
Yeah. Kind of had a cough when we met him at the Ruby Sea. I don't think he's doing too well physically.
Though I suppose if he and Yotsuyu are to enjoy a life of peace and quiet, he will have little use for it. It falls to us to shape that future, one in which he need never again set foot on the battlefield.
Yeah, that was tense. Setsu needs to retire somewhere. Have a good life after all the war he's seen in his life. I had no idea Yatsuyu's return weighed so heavily on Lord Yen's mind. I couldn't say if Tsuyu's predicament is the will of the kami, but Kosetsu certainly seems convinced. It would seem Lord Yen has at last reached a decision. The uncertainty in his eyes has given way to resolve. Rise of a new sun. Lord Yen has at last reached a decision. Okay, this looks like the last quest of the patch. With Yatsuyu safely in Kosetsu's care, all that remains is to answer Asahi's proposal. I realize other matters demand your attention, but I would ask that you stay a while longer to see this business through.
My apologies. Our deliberations took longer than expected.
Think nothing of it. The time afforded me the opportunity to go on a rather rousing excursion through Yansha. You have reached a decision then?
We are willing to cooperate with you in combating the Icon threat, and also in the exchange of prisoners. Assuming you accept our conditions, of course. As you know, your sister is in our care. Due to certain complications, however, we are hesitant to release her into your custody.
Complications?
She was inside Doma Castle when it collapsed. Though she survived, she remembers nothing of her past life, not even her name. To clarify, she is in our care not as a prisoner, but as a vulnerable citizen of Doma.
Are you saying you refuse to release her?
Not at all. If her memory returns before the appointed hour.
And if not, what exactly? You will accommodate her here in Doma?
Well, I sincerely doubt she will be of any great strategic value to the Empire. She spends her days daydreaming of Dango.
Dango? How dreadful. Very well. In light of our recent misstep in Sakazuki, it seems only fair that I show you the same understanding you have shown us. Though I do have one small request. Regardless of Yotsuyu's value to the Empire, she is yet my sister. Before I leave,
Might you permit me to speak with her in private?
Of course. Perhaps you could even bring her a plate of dango. She would be most pleased. Yugiri will see you to her chambers.
This is going to be an interesting meeting. Forgive me, my lord, but has he not been gone over long? Perhaps I should... Oh, we don't get to see it. Calm yourself, Gosetsu. I understand your concern, but we have to wait. He deserves that much. I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting. Thank you for your understanding. Long did I dream of this reunion, but never did I imagine it would be so joyless. Part of me hoped your stories of her condition were just that, but alas, it is as you say. Tsuyu, do you remember anything of this man? Anything at all? No. I am a stranger to her. That much was clear to me from a single look. I leave her in your care. As you wish. Now, if you will excuse me, my superiors are long overdue a report. They will be elated to hear of our agreement. Of that I shall have no doubt. As for the exchange itself, once I have obtained the relevant permissions, I will arrange for your people to be relieved of their various duties and sent here to Yingxia. This will take time, of course. Of course, you may rest assured that your soldiers will be well cared for until you return. We will also begin taking steps to better counter the threat of the Kojin and their icon. Before you take your leave, there's one other matter. I am informed it was you who took the lead in rescuing 2 young domans from a band of Kojin sellswords. I have not yet had the time to thank you properly. Please, there's no need to thank me. I only did what anyone would do under the circumstances. Fortunately, I was in good company at the time. The blight of the Red Kojin is of the Empire's making. Were it not for our transgressions, those children would not have needed saving. The people of Doma have suffered enough, my lord, and I promise to do all in my power to spare them from further pain, be it at the hands of the Kojin, or indeed the Empire. I pray the Empire will see things as you do. There may be yet hope for us all. Until we meet again. Gosetsu, as before, I leave Yatsuyu to you. I invite the rest of you to join me outside. Let's treat Asahi to a proper farewell. Man, I can't get a read on Asahi. Can't tell if he's actually sus, or if he just comes off as sus and he's actually innocent. If my dear sister's memory does not return, pray you will take good care of her. Lord Hien has made a wise decision. Our superiors will be pleased. I wondered if the sight of her stepbrother might bring Yatsuyu back to her senses, but mayhap nothing will. Nevertheless, we must continue to watch her until we can be certain that her condition is permanent. Without the threat of Imperial attack hanging over our heads, we may devote our energies to dealing with the Red Kojin, and then there will be nothing left to impede Doma's restoration. If only our previous encounters with the Empire had been this cordial. Here's to the future, I suppose. The Ambassador's airship waits at Castrum Fluminus. Let us be off.
I wish you a safe journey.
This has been a most enjoyable visit. I look forward to our next meeting. Maxima, would you take the others and see that all is ready for our departure? I simply cannot leave without first giving thanks to the Warrior of Light for accompanying me through Yansha. Mark me, savior of the savages. There will be a reckoning.
Alright, definitely sus. Definitely hates us all.
Nowhere left to run, traitor!
Ignorant savages! Killing us will avail you naught. For every Imperial you cut down, 1,000 more will come. Abandon this foolish endeavor and surrender. You may yet serve our righteous cause.
How dare you speak of righteousness? You who forsook kith and kin to serve conquerors! Be glad I grant you this mercy.
Wait, what happened?
What in the...
Oh, Xenos.
Reinforcements? No, just one! Cut him down!
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
This one is promising. Who remains to offer us resistance?
A host of rebels led by Lord Cayenne hold the Enclave across the river.
Lord Cayenne?
The king of the former king of Dorma, sir. They say he is one of the greatest swordsmen alive.
Is that what they say?
Alright, sorry about that. I'm back.
Who was that?
Surely you jest. That was Xenos Galvus, Legatus of the 12th, the Crown Bloody Prince. I heard he was strong, but that was frightening.
That was Lord Xenos.
Yeah, I agree, pawn shop. Definitely do not trust this dude.
Everything you are, your power, even your face, it vexes me. Go on. Lash out like the beast you are at an emissary and jeopardize the newfound peace between Dorma and the Empire. My lord was destined to lead us unto a glorious new age. Your light is nothing to his radiance.
Hey guys, anyone else seeing this?
I will cherish this moment.
Just all talking
Lock
with
it
each
away
other.
within my heart until the day we meet again.
Yeah, I definitely need to tell the others about what just happened. Why the frown? Did he say something to upset you? Are you quite well? You looked as if you were about to faint in the ambassador's arms for a moment there. I thought perhaps now we could be at ease, but your expression suggests otherwise. What troubles you, Jaguar? Well, about that.
You look troubled, my friend. Was it something he said?
Yeah, everyone else was like 5 feet away. They didn't hear anything or didn't see anything either.
all the memories to witness.
I had my doubts about him, but I would never have guessed he was a disciple of Xenos. My lord.
Calm yourself, Yugiri. I set no store by him or his enlightened brethren. But if by treating with them there is even the faintest hope, we might secure the return of our conscripted brothers and sisters, I must play this game. After the way I risked their lives in the rebellion, I owe them that much.
My lord, you bear no blame for their fate.
If not blame, then responsibility. They were prisoners, and still I chose to fight, knowing they could be executed in retaliation. But now we have a chance to bring them home. If it means bargaining with a monster, so be it.
My lord.
Besides, I think he likes me, which is more than some can say.
Makes no sense. Why would he bother keeping up the pretense for so long, only to drop it right before the very end? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Why would he suddenly drop it this early? Perhaps he has no longer thought it necessary, having secured Doma's cooperation in the prisoner exchange. If he truly is a disciple of Xenos, this possible emotion simply got the better of him. Remaining calm around the man who slew his lord will have taken its toll. Whatever the explanation, now is not the time for hasty reprisals. We shall proceed as planned. The Red Kojin must be placed under surveillance, and the Garlean prisoners made ready for the exchange, but you need not concern yourself with the details. Leave the affairs of Doma to us. When the hour of the exchange draws near, we will call for you. Should certainly hope so. Whatever the Empire's true intent, we would be on hand to play our part, either to defend Doma or to help usher in a lasting peace. I thought we might use this time to return to Erzia, but given the volatility of the situation, mayhap it would be best if we remained in Kugani. Agreed. Between Yatsuyu's amnesia and Asahi's dubious agenda, I say we have ample reason to remain in the neighborhood. If anything should happen, anything at all, you must send for us at once. Oh, I will. On that you have my word. Charting a path through the sea of troubles promises to be difficult enough. I'm not so proud as to attempt the feat alone. To Kugani, then. Tataru and the others must know of what transpired here. If what you saw of the ambassador is an indication of his true nature, this prisoner exchange may not be what it seems. In fact, I'm beginning to wonder if your encounter with the Red Kojin was more than mere happenstance. Soon we shall see if Asahi is true to his word. If not, I will be glad to cut out that silver tongue of his. Yeah, that guy has gotta go. I don't envy Lord Hien. So much rests on his decision. Welcome back, Jaguar. We heard the good news about Kosetsu. I knew you'd find him. Since we have naught else to attend to for the moment, perhaps this would be a good opportunity to look into the present state of Garlemald, though I should probably speak with Totaro first. My, seems you're all in quite the predicament. Well, should we receive any urgent missives from Doma, rest assured you'll be the first to know of it. Yes, of course, we're discussing ideas to replenish our coffers, but I suppose all can wait if any urgent news should come through the office. About that, I wish to apologize to Taro. It was reckless of me to make such a purchase without first consulting you. You may be certain, however, that I mean to reimburse the Scions, even if it means drawing upon my personal funds. That's very thoughtful of you, but I'm sure it won't come to that. If Surabon's business proposition is as promising as it sounds, Jaguar should have no difficulty wiping the red from our ledger. Forgive me, Jaguar. It would seem I've unwittingly heaped my financial troubles upon you. I swear I will pay you back. Though I fear I will struggle to cobble together anything of monetary value. Knowledge I can gather in abundance. To start, I plan to investigate the divisions forming within the Empire. Mayhap Riol and his associates have heard something on the subject. Regardless, the more we know about the politics of Garlemald, the better our chances of predicting the Imperials' next move, which might yield you an advantage on the day of the prisoner exchange. Knowing what we do of Asahi's apparent resentment towards you, I cannot say that what he hopes to gain from it. But if there's even the faintest chance that a lasting peace could be forged between Doma and the Empire, what choice have we but to wait? Lord Hien has the right of it. Sahib may very well be a monster, but we must play his game. For now. Arranging the prisoner exchange proved easier than I thought. Yes, my lord will be most pleased. Everything is going according to plan. Oh, here's the conversation.
Can you truly remember nothing? Nothing at all?
Between Asahi and Yatsuyu.
Were we friends?
Yes, we were good friends, you and I. In fact, I've brought you a gift.
Uh-oh, this can't be good.
I pray that one day soon, as you gaze into that mirror, you will remember the woman staring back at you.
It's so pretty. Who are you? Who are you?
Meanwhile, in the Imperial capital.
How are you feeling, my lord?
Fine, now leave me.
Oh wait, Xenos is alive? Wait, how? He has wraps around his neck. So he didn't tie? Alright, well that took a turn. Whatever Asahi's planning, we cannot let him have his way. After all Lord Hien has done, the Empire cannot be suffered to hinder Doma's restoration. More often than not, it seems opportunity is wont to come knocking when the Scions are about. So long as you and yours remain in Kugani, I'm certain a profitable venture will present itself. I will replenish our coffers. You wait and see. If all goes as planned, we will recoup the cost of Gosetsu's blade 10 times over. That's an ambitious statement. So yeah, apparently Xenos is back. That can't be good. And we got Yatsuyu with a mirror. So that could be bad too if she remembers who she is. Wonder if it's a magical mirror that's causing her memories to return, or if just looking at herself in the mirror will cause her to remember her memories. I'm kind of leaning towards it being magical, since Asahi gave it to her. He can't have good intentions. So yeah, that was patch 4.2. I will be streaming again later tonight, doing some more Omega. So yeah, hope to see you guys join me then. If you're new around here, be sure to subscribe. There's also a link to my Discord in the description if you haven't joined already and would like to. Otherwise, I'll see you back here in a few hours. Alright. Xenos is probably my favorite villain in this game. He's really well written, I think. Yeah, Xenos is really growing on me. I'm really looking forward to more Omega. I really enjoy the raids in this game. They're a lot of fun. Alright, so I'll see you guys later. Take care.